What's up, you majestic what the fucks? This is The Inner Idiot. That's right, you hear the music. You know what that means. Put your ugly ass kids down for a nap. It's time for The Inner Idiot. It is January 4th, 2020. Fun. It's a new year. It ain't a new me, though. I'm still going to say the same old stupid shit and hope you all fucking laugh. And like a can of Twisted Tea, we're going to hit you in the face with new content all year long. Yes, that's right. You hear him laughing. Let me introduce my co-host, the Lord that's never bored, the commander of comic books. It's a new year. It ain't a new him either. He's going to continue to call me stupid and laugh at my dumb jokes.
That's right.
2 claps and a Ric Flair for Lord Shorty Hoffman. Woo!
There it is. Here I am.
Oh
boy.
The woos make the ladies wet.
Do they?
Yeah, so you should start wooing.
Oh my god. If it wasn't for the fact that I just wake up to do this and my throat was a little bit more awake, I would totally do it. Because like right now my woos are like shit.
Yeah?
Because I've been awake for a whole like 15, 20 minutes.
And this is why we all love you.
Yeah. Let's do it.
So, we got a special guest today.
Yeah, we do.
It is my pleasure to present to the population the Pirate Prince, the person with plenty of polka perks in person, perfectly peaceful, with the power of patience, a playful punch for your ears. Please put your paws together for Chad Duncan. 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Woo!
Man, the alliteration right there. I mean, wow. That's impressive. I've never had such introduction.
Very good.
I really haven't. And I've also been very impressed by every one of Shorty's introductions. So
thank you.
The fact that mine even came close to Shorty's is just... I'm just beside myself.
I put a lot of work into these introductions sometimes.
I can tell, man.
You humble me.
Oh, no. You humble me.
So, Chad here, he plays polka music. So,
every now and then.
We're going to talk about the perks of polka. But for the music theme, I got a top 5 today of musical artists I'm currently listening to.
Okay.
Sweet. Yeah.
So, number 5, Sam Smith. Now, do you know who Sam Smith is,
I
Shorty?
don't.
You don't. Do you?
Yeah, he did Didn't he do the last James Bond theme or something?
I don't know.
I think he did.
Dude,
He's got that real high voice.
Yeah, I mean, he can change the levels of his voice. Dude,
British fella?
Yep.
Yep. I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
He's fucking majestic. Number 4 is Black Bear. I mean, he's got a song that pretty much just says fuck you to everybody. It's great. He's all over the radio right now. Do you know Black Bear?
No. I don't listen to the radio, dude.
It's true. What about you? You like Black Bear?
I've heard of Black Bear. I've never listened to him. So,
He's pretty good.
pretty good things.
Number 3 is Shared Spot, Luke Combs and Morgan Wallen. Got to get my country fix in.
Wait, okay. The challenge here is finding an artist that Shorty recognizes.
Right.
Yeah, this is it.
He'll at least recognize 2 and 1. But on a side note, we were talking to Miles at one time. He's like, every country song, it's one of 6 things, right?
Yeah.
We can add to this because apparently, if you are a female country singer, you're automatically it's okay to murder motherfuckers. Because every female country artist sings about killing a motherfucker at some point.
Yeah, like somebody they used to sleep with.
They've been wronged, and they are going to mess you up.
This motherfucker cheated on me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill his ass. Like,
Yeah.
write a song. Write a song.
It's never been done before. Let's try this out.
And I guess that all started with Dolly Parton, right? Old Jolene.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I know who that is.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Hey,
One
hey,
you know.
that one.
Number 2 is a mainstay on every playlist of mine is Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah,
I don't care what anybody says about them. They're my favorite band. I even have an Avenged Sevenfold tattoo.
Oh, yeah. You're right. I've seen it.
Yeah. Have you seen them live?
No, but it is one of my dying wishes.
You need to, man.
They did good. I saw them before the Rev died, which was really neat. And then I've seen them after the Rev died. So, and like both the shows were really good. Like you can't steal away from their stage presence, but like we saw a memorial show right like the same year the Rev died. Like they postponed like 12 concerts and then they came back out and started doing concerts again for that tour.
Right.
And like I mean it was a moving show, like wild.
What year was that?
2010, I want to say.
Oh, okay.
That's the year
That's when they
Nightmare
were-
came out, right?
Yeah. And that was
That was the height of their popularity, I feel like, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
Here's a fun fact about Avenged Sevenfold. You ever heard of Jeff Dunham? the ventriloquist.
Yeah.
His guitar player is Sinister Gate's dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yep. I remember that. He's called a Guitar Man or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. And my number one is Justin Bieber right now. I don't care. Justin Bieber is putting out some fire. I love him. He's great. I got Bieber fever. It's a little late for it, but I got it.
You know, I'm honestly not familiar with any of his new stuff, so I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, man. I've not listened to any of it.
I'm not familiar with his old shit.
I know his old stuff.
Somebody was like, "Hey, do you want to hear this new pop singer?" I'm like, "No."
Well,
pass.
And that was the end of it.
Yeah.
well, I really like his new stuff coming out. I figured y'all would give me a little more shit about that.
See, we like to catch you by surprise. You know?
Yeah. Your music taste is nothing I'm going to harp on because I don't give that big of a shit about it.
Yeah, that's true. What are some of your favorite bands?
Let's see. Korn, Disturbed.
Oh, Korn is great.
Yeah. I've been listening to Korn for years. My brother is such a huge fan of Korn. He has it tattooed on him twice.
Twice?
Twice. He has it once on his leg and once on his neck. That's how dedicated that motherfucker is.
That's dedication when you put a motherfucker on your neck.
He used to have a china cabinet. Now, I'm pretty sure he still has all the merchandise, but he used to have a china cabinet of nothing but Korn merchandise.
Do they have that much? I didn't know that they...
Korn has so much shit. It's
Oh, yeah.
unreal,
Really?
dude.
They
Like,
have
it
a
is-
cult following.
Dude, it is a cult. It is fucking
Are they
terrifying.
still around doing stuff?
Yeah. They put out an album on average every 3 years. Since they've been out.
Wow.
Their first album dropped in 1993, I think. Was the first,
93? Are you serious?
I'm dead ass serious, dude. I think it's 93. I'll have to look it up just for clarification. That if my brother was here, he'd be able to tell me. Like, he used to quiz me on songs, what album they were from, what year they were released, and band members.
What's your favorite song by them?
Fuck. Off the top of my head, let's see.
Put them on the spot like that. They have such a...
Counting.
Coming Undone's mine.
I was going to say, I remember used to just jam to that song.
Dude,
Yeah.
Coming Undone just
Counting-
makes me want to choke people.
Counting from the, what is it? Take a Look in the Mirror album. Like, that's my favorite one.
All right. What about you, Chad? What are some of your favorite
You know,
artists?
I love 80s hair metal.
Oh
so
my
like
God.
Motley Crue,
Jesus.
Skid Row, Rat, Cinderella.
I feel
What
like
the
this does not surprise me.
Dude, it's crazy. That kind of stuff is
There's a newer band that does, like, 80s hair metal style
you know,
music.
Steel Panther.
That's it.
Yeah,
I knew it was Panther, but I'm like, I keep wanting to say Black, and I know that's not
right.
right.
It's just them talking about like eating pussy and doing drugs, basically.
That's
And
all
it's-
hair metal is, ain't it?
But they're like way more overt about it.
Oh
like
my
it's
God.
it's like they're a parody band, but they're actually really talented. I've seen them live. Like
Me
3
too.
times.
Like, the first time I heard of them, we were at a concert, and I was like, me and my brother just stand next to each other, like, what the fuck are we listening
yeah,
to?
it is nuts. It's just like, oh God, I can't even think of half this. It's just like I want to do drugs. I want to fuck bitches. You know.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
the usual stuff.
They got the hair, the little fucking head tie, and the fucking leotards and shit. It's fucking wild,
yeah,
dude.
their shows are a good time. It's a good time.
Steel Panther.
Steel Panther.
I'm gonna have to check these
You
guys
have to look
out.
them up. Yeah, like
Yeah.
the Weenie Ride is probably my favorite, and that is exactly what you think it is.
It's exactly what
It's like a power ballad with the pianos in, and they talk about like how you're gonna ride this weenie and stuff like that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's
I'm won over already.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
All right, let's take a short break, and we will come back with this day in history.
All right. Hey, Ty, if you wanted to make a podcast, how would you do it?
Spotify Podcasters app, of course, or hell, even the website.
Do they have any way you can edit audio and help with organizing your episodes?
All that and more. You can reach out to listeners and have feedback with their Q&A feature, and it distributes it to all other major places you listen to podcasts.
I just looked, and they got a video podcast set up and editing tools here, too.
So all you got to do is sign up at SpotifyForPodcasters.com or get the app, and you're done.
Damn, it's just that easy. Greetings, humanoids, goblinoids, and all the other oids in between. Do you like talking about Dungeons & Dragons? Do you enjoy listening to other people talk about Dungeons & Dragons? Or talk about any other role-playing games? If you say yes to any or all of these, join me and Autumn Midas on the Dimwits and Dummies podcast, an open discussion on our take on how to improve your game from the perspective of game master to player characters. Embrace your flaws and learn that everyone loves D&D. They just don't know it yet.
Do, 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 do. On this day in history, January 4th, 1863, four-wheeled roller skates patented by James Plimpton of New York. Do you roller skate, Chad?
Not as much as I wish I did.
Dude, putting me on roller skates is cartoonish. Dude. Literal feet over my head,
Yeah.
face on the floor. What about you, Shorty? I don't even know why I'm asking you. You do everything.
I used to roller skate when I was real little, but then I went to rollerblading, and I was into that for like 8 years.
Dude, roller dome birthday parties growing up, those were the best.
Dude, like on Wednesday night or Thursday nights or whatever, they had a thing at Jimmy's Roller Dome right up the road. So like,
Yep.
I was homeschooled, so all the kids in our middle school or whatever, or middle school and high school or whatever, would go to Jimmy's Roller Dome, and that's where I met most of my friends who didn't live in my subdivision.
You know what's horrible? Is trying to have a girlfriend and going roller skating.
Why is that horrible?
Because I can't roller skate.
She can teach you.
No, there is no teaching.
That's like the
Bonding
sweet
moment.
thing. Like you hold hands and you're just stumbling and falling and she's giggling, you know?
Right.
You're making-
Everybody's laughing at you, and this is before you're like, it's cool to be laughed at. So
There was a time before that?
Yeah.
Oh. I guess I've been such a clown my whole life that I didn't give a
Right. The humility is good for you, you know?
Yeah.
Self-deprecation is great.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, I never could roller skate. So, 1932, British Viceroy of India, Lord Willingdon, arrests Gandhi and Nehru. I don't know how to say it.
Or Nero?
Maybe.
How's it spelled?
Nehru.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what they got arrested for.
What's a viceroy? It sounds pretty
That's why I picked that one.
official.
Yeah, because it reminded me of Star Wars for some reason. I was like, Viceroy.
I'm sure
The
there's
Viceroy. I know what you're talking about. Seriously, as soon as you said it, I'm like, isn't that a Star Wars word?
Yeah. That was one of the... Oh.
It's some sort of royalty kind of thing, right? Maybe?
Yeah, fuck.
Officer of the Galactic Space Force?
Or the Indian Space
Oh,
Force.
Could you imagine if we had one of those already and like we haven't even like done a whole lot?
Well, now that we have a Space Force, there's probably viceroys in it.
True.
you know?
Yeah, that'd be the first like appointed position. All right, you're the Viceroy. What does that mean? We're not sure yet, but we're working
Protect us from space.
We're going to have to look this up after the show. What the fuck is a Viceroy?
That could be the next what the fuck fact.
on it. Got it.
Good. We might even be able to slip it in.
All right.
1991. Now, this one is kind of fucking depressing.
That was the year I was born. Continue.
Was that the
Yep,
fact?
there. It's depressing.
Shorty was born.
Oh, fuck. Shorty's born. Just hang him up, guys.
Yep.
All right. 1991. 12-year-old Chinese driver Fu Mingxia wins 10-meter platform gold medal at World Swimming Championships in Perth, Australia. The youngest world champion in the history of any aquatic event. And here's why this is fucking depressing.
Yeah, I'm all ears because I don't know.
Because some grown-ass person was competing in this fucking event and got beat by a motherfucking 12-year-old.
I have
And
no
then
sympathy
couldn't even punch the motherfucker in the face.
I have no sympathy for him. Dude, you know how many video game contests I've lost to Asian kids?
I mean,
Seriously, like I was 16 years old playing DDR for 10 years, Dance Dance Revolution, and I go to play contest. The grand prize is $1,000 and a big ass metal DDR pad. I'm like, dude, I am so hyped for this. I got second place to this 8-year-old Asian kid, and I'm like,
how old were you again?
16.
Yeah, see? Horrible.
I know,
Fucking
it's
depressing.
pissed. I've been playing as long as this motherfucker been alive.
What did you do after that? Did you hang it up?
No, I kept playing.
That's good, man. That's really what you got to take from that.
But like,
Most people wouldn't have kept going. Like, if an 8-year-old beats me in anything, I'm probably not going to do that anymore.
oh, that's sad.
Yeah, nope, not happening ever
Because like,
again.
if by that logic, I wouldn't be able to play video games at all because my nephews beat the shit out of me now. Like they're getting to the age where they're
Well, I'm
like,
talking about competitively, maybe.
Well, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But like, I don't play any other game competitively, so
I lose.
fuck, I don't even do it anymore.
Wait, can you still DDR, like...
Yeah, I can still play.
Is it like muscle memory at this point? Like, you don't have to really think about it?
Yeah. Now, granted, my stamina's way the fuck down because I am a heavy smoker and a lazy ass. So that's a big thing.
Lazy's not a word I would use to describe you.
Well,
You're always doing something.
that's true. That's true.
Maybe lazier than you used to be?
Yes, that is vastly
That's-
true. I mean, I used to wake up and just start playing DDR.
But maybe you just do more with your brain now than your body.
That's entirely true. That's entirely true. I used to not think. I used to get hurt a lot because I was an idiot. I mean, I'm still an idiot.
still an
just
idiot, yeah.
older.
Just not as... You don't get
I'm not
injured
as
as much.
physically active as an idiot.
Right.
Yeah.
playing it safe.
So I got one for you.
All right.
In 1977, Black Lightning made his first appearance.
Neat.
The DC character, he has a TV show.
Yeah.
But
Okay, yeah. Is that
CW.
it's
okay?
it's
Yeah,
a CW show.
In the part of the Arrowverse kind of.
Yeah. But his name is Jefferson Pierce, and he was put out by the American comic books publisher, DC Comics, of course, because that's the only one I talk about.
And we finally got to one that
Yeah,
happened on
the
a day.
we recorded. He was created by Tony Isabella and Trevor Von Egger.
Now,
And-
now if we record next January 4th, we just got to remember you can't use that one again.
Wait, when you guys, I was thinking about that. Like, when you get to year 2, are you gonna be worried that you're gonna like? Have we said this fact before?
I mean, we could talk about like today in history. Like we recorded an episode, and we talked about this as the exact fact. Okay,
right.
next
Moving
fact.
on. Right.
I mean, let's face it. If we make it another year, people ain't worried about this day in history.
Hopefully they forget. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
Or
that
what
way-
are the odds of you doing it on the same day every year? I guess.
That's
true.
That's
I
the
mean,
other
I guess
part
it
of
depends on how long we do this podcast. I mean, if we're going to be doing this for like 5 years, chances are we're going to hit like majority of the days we've recorded on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
We'll just
eventually we'll cover the whole calendar and we'll throw a party for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll tweak it a little bit as we go.
Yeah.
And we've tweaked it so far.
There's got to be facts that we haven't hit on each one of the days, though. So
yeah, but
There's so many. Yeah.
But what's funny is we were looking up what the fuck facts before the show started, and I was like, one day we're gonna run out, and
I was like, there's no possible way. I was like, you look on the normal idiot. I was like, we got a research team out there that does shit on Reddit.
You do need that research team, man.
Yeah.
But
you can
then-
afford it by then. You know.
yeah,
Well, I don't.
You have people on the field.
These motherfuckers sleep here, so that's their payment.
Oh, is that the research team out there?
yeah, that's the research team.
They
Well,
look
that's-
like they were researching.
That's 2/3 of them. That's 2/3 of them. The other kid's not here. I don't know where the fuck he's at.
But some of the ones that got brought up, we had already done.
I was like, yeah, we can't talk about that. And Donnie's like, oh fuck, I hit that thread already. He goes to the next one.
Oh, so that's in this day in history.
Dope.
Now, let's talk to Chad about some polka perks.
Oh man,
I'm excited.
What do you want to know?
What instrument do you play? That's my biggest one. Or do you play an instrument?
I do play an instrument. I am I'm a substitute drummer, basically.
Okay.
So, long story short, my father has a polka band. Okay.
Excellent.
And when I was in high school, he was like, wanted to keep an eye on me. So he says, do you want to join the band? I was in a marching band at the time.
Okay.
So he's like, I will incorporate you into the band. I played the saxophone at the time.
Excellent.
And so that was my job from about age 15 to like maybe 19.
Sure.
And then I stopped because of college got in the way. And then like a year or two ago, he's like, hey, you want to play again? I was like, I don't really play the saxophone anymore. He goes, I'll teach you how to play the drums. And so I just fill in whenever they need me.
Cool.
Yeah, it's very sporadic, especially because of COVID.
Yeah.
They don't have gigs as much. But every now and then he's like, hey, you want to play? I'm like, all right, it's good. It pays well.
Now I imagine like the only place you guys play on regularly is the Hoffer House.
They play like festivals and they travel a lot. I don't
Really?
usually travel with them just because I got a full-time job.
Right.
So it's really just a, hey, you got nothing going on. You want to make a little side cash.
Weren't you guys doing something every Tuesday or Thursday night?
Before COVID, we played, or I played. They played more than I do, but I played every Monday night at the Hopper House. But
Hell yeah.
COVID fucked that up. So
That's what I was telling him. We were outside smoking, waiting on you. I was like, man, chances are I've seen this guy play live because like I go down to the Hoffer House. Like I used to go down fairly regularly because I love the Hoffer House.
Right.
And I jam out to some fucking polka music.
yeah.
Fuck
Well, then
yeah,
you've
dude.
probably seen most of my family there,
Right.
and like I said, I haven't done it in a while, just because of.
Do you guys have an
busyness.
accordion player?
We do, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was my next question.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is a stupid question.
I used to play the accordion when I was a little kid.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
There's your answer,
Yeah.
dude.
And then I was like 6 trying to play the accordion, and it's hard as hell to
Yeah.
play that shit. And I was like, I don't want to play this anymore. You can't make me do it. And they're like, all right, we can.
Yeah, how the fuck do you play a giant slinky anyways?
I got one downstairs.
Very
I can
carefully.
show you.
Do you?
Slinky or an accordion?
An accordion.
No way.
Yeah. I went out and like specifically bought an accordion, dude. It was a wild adventure. That's a story for another day. Though.
Well, I mean, and I have a concertina, which is like one of those mini ones.
Yeah.
Whatever. I got one of those. I'm trying to teach myself how to play, but it's a process.
Yeah, I've been trying to teach myself how to play the accordion. I'm like, if this motherfucker comes in here and says he plays the accordion, I'm gonna talk to him about lessons.
God,
that's
I
what I
wish I could kick myself for bailing on it when I was young, but I didn't know any
Right.
better, you know.
Yeah, that's what being young's for, right?
Right.
Bailing on shit.
Yeah.
I mean, learning.
I wish I would have stuck
Giving
with
up
the
on your
piano. I
dreams.
wish I would have stuck with the piano lessons when I was a kid. 'Cause my parents
sure,
were
yeah.
parents were wanting us to take piano lessons, me and my sister. And I said, "Screw this, piano's stupid." And like now, all I want to do is learn how to play the piano.
But you play violin?
Oh, no shit.
I
really?
haven't played the violin in almost 10 years.
Do you think you could pick it up and at least kind of...
I could probably pick it back up and go with it, but like I still don't. To this day, I do not know how to read music because I always watch the people playing with me, like
And
I would-
follow their lead? Yeah.
I would
Well,
do that or whatever.
sometimes music can be a crutch if you're like too focused on that and you can't just kind of go off the page, improv.
Mm-hmm.
So then... I think we have the makings of a band right here.
No,
What
fuck.
is Tyler got?
I
there?
am the least musically inclined person. I will sing my heart out.
Well, you can do that.
it
or
will not sound
we'll
good.
give you like maracas or something.
Yeah, maracas. Let's do that.
That or a
And I'm gonna
fucking
need a
tambourine,
synthesizer
man.
like T-Pain.
Uh-huh.
I could be the T-Pain of the
Yeah.
group.
I mean, your tambourine. You know, there's all kinds of.
I'm already the audio guy, so whatever.
We've got that taken care of. Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
So what's the groupie action like for polka players?
Well, that's why I had to get out of it, man. It was too much. the rock and roll lifestyle was too much at that age. You know, you got all kinds of older women throwing themselves at you, and I couldn't handle it.
Yeah,
I was a young boy, and I didn't know was thrown into that lifestyle. So
It's a little intimidating, I imagine.
Lederhosens and push-up brassieres.
yeah, it's the leather shorts. You know.
I honestly can't think of a better way to go. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like that's top notch right there.
Now, let me tell you about the first time I met Chad. It was at a birthday party
Okay.
for a young child. And he walks in
Oh
and he hands this calendar to my girlfriend. And let me tell you, people listening, this calendar is a boudoir calendar of Mr. Chad Duncan.
Yep.
But while you're here, I want to get you to sign my birth
Oh
month.
wow, this is.
And this is going to go up
Is this your favorite one?
in the studio.
That's his birth month.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
You might as well go ahead and sign July also, because that's Shorty's birth month.
Gotcha.
We'll hang it up in here if you want.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, and this is almost kind of traumatic for me to look at this because March is when all this shit went down.
Oh,
you know what
wow.
I'm saying? Like, so I was looking at myself and thinking, like, when is this COVID nonsense gonna go away? But and March, I don't know if you remember how long March felt.
Yeah, it was March and April combined.
Golly.
Marpril.
Marpril, the greatest supervillain known to man. We had an extra fucking 500 days because fucking February was a leap year and shit.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I've never given my autograph to anybody, so I'm flattered. This means a lot.
That's funny.
well,
Take a
now
look
we
at that,
have
Shorty.
it.
Viewer discretion is advised with this thing.
Oh no. I was wholeheartedly planning on taking a few pictures and just posting them.
Yeah, it's going on the gram.
Oh well. Now here's the thing. I, as you
that
can
one.
imagine, am not shy about this kind of stuff.
I should certainly hope.
But it can't go on the internet
Okay.
because I work at a children's hospital.
Okay.
So if this goes out online and it gets leaked or something like that, but I don't have any shame, obviously.
All right, so we're gonna post it, but we're not gonna tag you.
Whatever you need to do to make it discreet.
We'll block out his
Or
face.
block out my face, something like that. Like I said, if that wasn't a thing, like man, if it could ruin me. You know what I'm saying? It's like you work with kids, like you sick motherfucker.
Let me tell you, I am thoroughly disappointed in this year's calendar, though.
I can't say anything about it, man. I didn't make it. I think there was a lot less ball shots. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I mean, if that's what you're into, but I think 2020, I didn't know 2020 was going to be such a
Shit year. Yeah, you don't know that kind of thing.
But, you know, I made that like the year before.
Right.
And surprised everybody. No one knew. They thought it was going to be just group pictures of.
Like it typically is.
Right. And then it went back to the everyone wearing all their clothes.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, we
That's
should
no
keep
fun.
it. Like, everyone be naked. I was like, people were trying to get me to do another one. I said, I will do group naked photos with anyone who wants to pitch in because that was not cheap.
Motherfucker, you let me know the day.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
and
am in there
the
with
guy who did
Andrew
it.
Idiot calendar.
The
Oh
guy.
my god.
No, let's do it. I know a guy. He's super
said,
cool.
"I know a guy."
And here, what's funny is like I went there and I had all these props and shit, and then I wore a robe in between, and at one point I was like, "Do I have to keep putting this on? Like, do you care if I just let it on?" And he's like, "I don't care. I see that shit all the time." So I was just walking around the studio with my schlong, just swinging in the breeze.
I am more than excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's got to be an Inner Idiot calendar for 20.
Well, we'll make it happen. And,
We can put one out for 2021 if we hurry.
Or you just put what you do the photo shoot this year and just get it ready for 2022.
Yeah. We'll just do a bunch of different pictures and shit.
Pre-sales, man. Pre-sales.
Word.
But this year's calendar was awfully light on the Becky.
Oh, really?
Yes. I am thoroughly disappointed. There's not enough Becky in my 2021 calendar.
Is there enough Becky in any 2021 calendar?
No, there is
That's
not.
the correct answer.
I mean, me and Becky, we go way back. We've known each other since elementary school.
Golly.
So it's cool to still be in contact with people that you've known for that long. You know?
I got a few buddies of mine I've known since I was like 5 or 6 years old. Like my best friend Timmy, he was up here just over the weekend, and he lives 3 houses down from me, or his dad lives 3 houses down from me. And like I run into his dad all the time. He'll be out on a walk or whatever. And
So you're from here originally?
this is the house I grew up in.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so my dad was like, "Hey, do you still want to buy this thing?" I'm like, "Yes."
Yes. I have so many plans.
Yeah. I turned this thing into an office like while they were still living here. Like I built the desk, I built the shelves, and they were like, my dad's like, "You ruined my guest room." And I was
Oh,
like,
this used to be a guest room.
Yeah, I was like, "You mean made it better, right?"
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely better.
This is
Now-
the best room I've ever been in.
Did you have all this stuff and you had to make the shelves to accommodate it? Or once you
Yeah.
built the shelves, you're like, now I can buy stuff to put on the shelves?
No. I had all this stuff. Like I built it with I went through all my statues and measured the tallest one, and made it accordingly. And then I found out that
Fucked up.
I did fuck up. That this roof is not level.
No, really?
So like it does like there's
That
one-
was probably a pain in the ass.
yeah, there is one spot like Bumblebee up there.
Uh-huh.
She does not fit up there except for in one spot, and I was fucking livid.
She does fit in one spot?
One spot.
Well,
but-
why don't you put her in that
because
spot?
I don't like her in that spot. She's all the way deep in that corner.
She don't belong up there? She belongs there?
Nobody puts Bumblebee in the corner.
That's right, dude. Bumblebee's a great character, and it sucks because she's one of my favorite designs, dude. And
Her
like,
skirt's flying up too, so I mean,
well, that's provocative, and
it's
not
always a
necessary.
plus.
For the viewers at home, if they were talking about this and I was listening, I would have thought that he was talking about the Transformer Bumblebee, which that is certainly not.
No. I forget her real
It'll
name.
transform something in your pants.
Right. I mean, I don't.
Guys.
I've never. I mean, I don't know much about Transformers either. But if I was listening, I would have assumed it was the robot.
DC, this is the DC character Bumblebee. She's part of the Teen Titans originally, and she has the power of flight, and she's able to shoot little lasers from her hands.
Yeah, it'd be
To
cool if
sting
it was
people.
from her eyeballs.
Huh?
It'd be cool if it was from her eyeballs.
So she's a cheerleader because she's in high school,
Well, no, they
or is she? Is that her disguise?
The Bombshells is a 1920s styled comic book. Like it's an actual comic book, and everybody has like a different theme or whatever. Like Harley Quinn. Well, not Harley Quinn. Let's see.
Yeah, because Harley Quinn's all over the place.
Yeah, Harley Quinn's everywhere. So like
Can't escape.
Batwoman is a baseball. Like she has baseball bats or whatever.
Oh, okay.
I have her home team and her away team variant. Big Barda is a roller girl, along with Jesse Quick, the Flash. Like they just theme it around whatever like kind of their powers are and stuff like that.
So her baseball. So she was just using
she
the
was
bat
using
as
a
like a
baseball
weapon.
bat, because she's Batwoman. So
Uh,
they double down on it.
It's like a Justice League of their own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I like it. I get it.
Justice League. Of America.
That was
Yeah.
one of my favorite movies growing up.
There's no crying in baseball.
Yeah. So I mean, it's pretty neat. They did a very good job. Like I love almost all the designs. I wish they would do a little bit more, especially with like I feel like they could have done a better job with Wonder Woman, but I don't know what else I would expect them to do. But
Still did a pretty good job with it.
they've done a great job with all of them so far. And there's only one that I'm missing because she hasn't shipped from the place yet because COVID. And
Which one?
I am missing the Huntress.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wasn't she in
Birds of
Prey? I watched that recently.
Did you?
Yep.
Yeah.
I tried to. I just couldn't get into it.
I enjoyed it for what it was. I didn't appreciate what they did with Huntress. I thought they could have done more with her, but they made her like too edgy for comedy reasons.
Yeah.
And I was like, she's not like that.
Is it hard for you to enjoy comic book movies because you know too much? I always wondered that. Because you probably hear people say, "Oh, that movie was great," and you're like, "But was it?" Because
it depends.
Was so
it depends
off.
on the level of inaccuracy. Like, if you 100% change a character, chances are I'll not enjoy it. But if you keep like a lot of the origin aspects and stuff like that, I'll enjoy it no matter what. Like, Wonder Woman was all right.
Mm-hmm.
Like the newest one.
Yeah, I thought the second one was pretty all right. Yeah,
it was all right, but like there's things in it that I know they could have done differently.
and you kind of wonder why.
To me, it would make a better story if they did it that way.
Sure, yeah.
And it would explain some of the things in the movie a little bit better had they done it another way. But they just didn't. And I was like, okay, no big deal. And like I went with my friend Mike and Holly, and like Holly doesn't know jack diddly's crap about Wonder Woman. Mike knows very little. And literally, you could tell that each one of us enjoyed it on a different scale.
In a different way, yeah.
Yeah, like I said it's okay at best. Mike said it was good, and Holly said it was fantastic.
The new Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was okay at best, too.
Yeah.
It's on HBO Max, man.
So I saw it, and I like the first one better. The second one, it had
vastly.
these moments. Like, what was the part where, like, the guy in the restaurant was like saying, "Oh, why don't you drop dead?" And she's like, "Why don't you Irish people get the fuck out of here?"
Yeah.
And then she keels over, and the guy gets like carted off.
He's watching all the other Irishmen get arrested.
Right?
He's like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah. And then there's like that slow emotional like callback to it. And the person's like, maybe I should recall my wish or something like that. And there's this, they're like giving CPR or something like that to the lady in the background. Oh God, it wasn't supposed to be funny, but I just laughed because it's like,
dude, I can't tell you how many inappropriate scenes I laugh at. Like Camden hit me during Endgame or whatever, in the opening or whatever, when Hawkeye is sitting there playing catch with his family.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, we'll be right there." Turns around, his kid's gone. He turns back around, his family's gone. And I just like, I'm sitting there in the theater, I'm like, and Cake's like hits me. He's like, "What the fuck, you asshole?" And I'm just like, "I'm sorry, that was funny."
Of all people, Cake.
right.
Yeah, exactly right. Cake's the one to fucking hit me for it.
Yeah, the king of inappropriate.
I couldn't tell. I kept noticing similarities. I don't know. I'm a huge Tim Burton fan.
Oh, yeah.
And Batman Returns is my favorite Batman movie. I don't know if you're familiar with that one as much, but there are a lot of weird parallels between Wonder Woman 84 and Batman Returns.
I think it's because of the time era that they were trying to emulate.
Well, so they have, both of them have a dorky woman who turns into a cat later on. Mm-hmm. The rich asshole who's like manipulating the woman. They're both named Max.
Yeah.
And I don't want to, there's another thing, I don't want to spoil it, but there's something about what happens to each Catwoman. There's like, their fate is very similar. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just very strange to me. I was like, were they using that as an inspiration? I don't know.
Yeah. Huh. What a weird movie to drive inspiration.
Right.
I noticed both of the first two things, but the fate between the two of them I didn't realize.
Because oh man, and Batman Returns, and that's probably wildly inaccurate when it comes to like the comic books, but I just love the fact that
the original Batman movies are fucking far.
Right. Oh yeah. But like I said, I didn't grow up with those comics, so I don't have that critical eye to it. But I do appreciate all forms of it. Yeah.
Well, with that, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna smoke about it, and we'll be right back.
Excellent.
Do you love podcasts? Of course you do. That's why you're here. But you know what's even better than listening to a podcast? Making your own. That's right, and Anchor makes it simple. I'm your favorite host, MC Tyler Havlin, and I'm telling you, go download the Anchor app today, Anchor FM. They have all the tools you need to get started today. And best part is, it's totally free. They push it out to all the major platforms like Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts. So get started today, people. Go download the app, Anchor FM. I'll wait. Do it now. You know, in case some of you idiots out there listening, this is an educational show. So I think it's time we educate some people. What do you think?
I'm excited.
All right. Time for What the Fuck Facts.
All right.
My first one is Donkey Kong got his name because his creator believed donkey meant stupid in English and wanted to convey the impression that the character was a stupid ape.
Nice. I mean, we use dumbass as and ass is, a word for a donkey.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean...
Jackass, And that is often referred to as somebody who's stupid.
Whenever I say donkey, it usually just means a big butt. So if I say donkey, I'm usually talking about...
Look at that donkey.
Yeah.
Donkey. Get out of my swamp, donkey.
Or get in my swamp.
Get in my swamp.
Get in my swamp.
Next one. More than half of all the calories consumed by humans worldwide is provided by rice alone.
I believe it. I eat a fuck ton of rice.
Did I say half?
Half.
Yeah, I fucked it up. It's 1/5, but that's still a lot.
1/5 of all the calories, you
Yeah,
said?
20% of all calories consumed worldwide comes from rice alone.
I mean,
I fucking love rice, man. Shit.
yeah, I would have thought maybe pasta. I thought more people ate pasta.
Isn't pasta just really long rice?
This is
Hey,
this is
that's
kinda
another
accurate.
fact. Yeah, I mean, kind of, yeah.
I mean, maybe. I don't fucking know.
Wait, does that fall under that category?
Well, you know what? No, rice
specific.
is specifically a grain. And I mean,
And rice
grain,
noodles are fucking delicious.
Yeah.
That's like Narnia in your mouth.
And pasta is dough. So it's wheat dough, which is a grain. So
Fucking.
by proxy, would it be considered? I don't know.
I think so. We're gonna go with it. At least it makes us sound smart.
yeah.
Right? Yeah, guy.
I eat more rice, man. I don't know. I love it.
Yeah, fucking
Those
rice.
Italians know what's up.
They do. So do those Asians, man. Their food is so yummy.
I know.
Fucking Asians. Contributing to me being fat. That's what they're doing.
Oh,
All right. The World Health Organization.
Who?
The World Health Organization.
Who?
Yes. who?
WHO.
You got me. God
See?
damn it. Motherfucker. All right. So, yeah, they recommend avoiding drinking camel urine to prevent contracting Middle East respiratory syndrome.
So you have to get the recommendation from the WHO to not drink camel urine?
Yeah, apparently.
Is that something that people were doing? And they're like, wait a minute.
I mean, you know how like they all like people say like urine is sterile, so they just assume like all urine is sterile. Like maybe these guys out on long treks or whatever with fucking camels are like, damn, I'm out of water.
Maybe, I guess. You don't have to tell me nothing about urine. I'm not going to drink it regardless.
Yeah, I don't think I am either. But that brings me to an interesting story one time.
Oh my god.
And it involves my sister.
Oh, great.
So.
Oh, wait, the one that I know. Wait, you have
Yes.
multiple sisters, right?
Well, I have the one that you know.
Okay, yeah.
So, anyways, she had this boyfriend one time, and me being the protective older brother that I was, decided, you know what? I'm going to make this motherfucker drink my piss. So I took it.
Did you just wake up that day?
So I got an empty 20-ounce bottle. I pissed in the motherfucker. And I took it to him, and I held it, and I acted like I was drunk. I was like, man, you got to try this Hennessy. And I fucking handed him this bottle of piss, and
You are a vile human.
and he downed that whole motherfucker.
Wait, were you guys, like, cool?
No, I hated him.
Okay,
I didn't like people defiling my sister.
You are a vile human being.
Don't defile my sister.
So he deserved it, is what you're saying?
Yes. He was much older than my sister.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, so he drank a whole bottle of piss and then went and had his stomach pumped. But here's the thing.
Did he know? Did you tell him right after?
Oh, yeah. As soon as he downed it, he's like, oh, that was good. I was like, yeah, that was my piss, dude. But here's the thing. Like, you can't be like, this tastes like piss unless you drank piss on a regular basis.
So he probably
right?
was like, oh, is this camel piss? And you're like, nah, it's for me. And then he spits it out.
Fucking
Right.
gross.
I wonder if he's listening right now.
I don't know. I can't even remember his
He's
name.
like, man, that was a good time.
He's like, that fucking piece of shit.
And ever since then, he's been trying to find the piss that tastes as good as yours,
Yep,
man.
he's
and
been
he won't
chasing
find
the
it.
dragon, man.
Yeah.
Golly.
You got one for us?
Sure. Let's see. Spiders don't have a penis.
None of
Seriously.
them?
Listen, none of them, apparently. They use leg-like appendages to transfer sperm from their body to their mate. So basically, they jerk off into their hand, and then they fist their partner with a handful of sperm.
Come confetti.
Oh, man, it's so romantic.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly right. That's exactly what that is.
Which hand do they spunk into?
I don't know, man. They got 8 to choose from.
Do you think they use the same one every time? Or did
I
they switch it
imagine.
up?
You know what I mean?
Because you guys were talking about that another episode where you're like,
yeah.
which
yeah,
hand
switch
do you-
hitters, yeah.
By the way, a little off topic, you guys were talking about different ways to talk about, like, slang terms for jerking it.
Sure.
You didn't use my favorite.
What is it?
Burping the worm.
Burping the worm. That's
I like
a good
it.
one. That's
I
a
can
good
dig
one.
it.
But yeah, I'm just wondering if what if a spider switches it up, or if they're like, using the same one. They got a favorite.
I don't know. I think if I had 8 legs, I don't think I'd ever get around to having a favorite. Fuck.
Nah. Until you find out which one you do it the best with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But is the best, is it really the best, or is it just the best on Tuesdays?
Best on any day.
I guess.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I wish I would have told you to bring some.
Oh, I got one.
Oh, let's hear it.
Do you know how many tentacles an octopus has?
8, right?
Nope.
Go ahead and say it.
0. They're considered arms. Tentacles only have the sucky things on the ends of it. So, like what you'd see on like a squid, that's a tentacle. But if it has the sucky things all the way up, it's considered an arm.
The sucky things. Is that the technical term?
Yes.
All right,
Yep.
sucky things.
The sucky things. The suction.
I was waiting for a
thing.
shitty pun.
Oh, you know what? That's actually more in line with what I would do. But I found that out, and it just blows. I like to tell people that just because
They
obviously
expect that shitty pun.
You'd think 8, but it's actually no, they don't have any tentacles.
And I fell right into it.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here waiting. Oh my god damn it! He's gonna make a
I'm
fucking
gonna do
joke.
something stupid. Yeah.
This goddamn guy.
Right. Well, and then the other one was, you know how geese, they fly in like a V?
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of times one side is longer than the other.
Sure.
Do you know why?
No.
Because there's more geese on that side.
I knew that was coming.
God
and
damn.
it's funny.
God fucking damn.
Oh. All right. South.
I'll see my way out.
No, that was good. I like it. In South Korea, there's an emergency number 113 to report spies.
Like enemy spies?
I guess, man. Look, here's the thing. If you're a spy and you're getting caught by a fucking civvy, then you're not a very good spy.
What if you just assume somebody's spying on you?
Imagine being the guy running that hotline.
Could you imagine the amount of like prank calls?
It'd be. I can't imagine it being very like successful or useful.
No. I mean, I
people are
imagine
calling.
like where's this from? Like what?
South Korea.
South Korea. See, it would make more sense if it was North. You know what I'm saying? Because like
Which one's the mean ones?
the North one, the
Okay.
North one is the mean one.
Okay.
But like they
Please, Dad, tell me which ones the mean ones are.
yeah. No, I would imagine it would be more for them. Like I guess it makes sense that South has them too, because like they're worried about the North.
Well,
But
who'd be spying on the South Koreans? What are they spying on them for?
fuck, I don't
Are
know.
they, fuck, who knows? Maybe they're here's
In the
one
day
about-
of the internet, why is anybody spying on anybody?
right? We all just fucking put our
You're
minds
three
online.
you're 3 clicks away from finding out anything out.
Right. Here's another thing that I don't have written down about Koreans is in Korea it is really hard to find deodorant because I want to say it's like 98% of Koreans do not have sweaty armpits.
Or is it just a cultural thing not to wear it?
No, there's something like different about their bodies that they do not secrete sweat from their armpits.
Seriously?
Just Korea.
Yes.
Or Koreans.
Koreans, I guess. I don't know. North, south, east, west. in
And then the
between.
ones that do, they gotta like. Do you think they gotta spend so much more money just because no one else is buying
probably
it?
order
Could you
that
imagine
shit
deodorant
online.
being like fucking cologne? You know what I'm saying? Like
jeez.
this is $40. Like, you know, Axe. You know, like Axe deodorant.
Well, imagine
Old
being
Spice.
Yeah.
well, imagine being that one Korean kid at school that fucking has
Smells-
the sweaty
yeah.
armpits, and everybody's like, "Oh, his armpits, they sweat.
Yeah. Why do you smell funny?
Stay away from
I
him."
have sweat glands.
That's just. I'm still trying to process that. I
Yeah.
just can't believe it.
We'll do a little more research in that one, but yeah,
Sure.
I got that one the other night, laying in bed. So, the process by which bread toast is called the Maillard reaction.
The Maillard?
Reaction.
Is it pronounced mallard, like the duck, or Maillard?
I'm saying Maillard because it's Maillard.
Okay.
So, my reading skills might not be the best,
Maybe.
but
I don't know. It'd just be pretty funny if it was like mallard, like the duck. You know what I'm
So
saying?
like it's just a scientific
I don't
word
know the
of
duck.
toasting something or just
Yeah.
toasting bread.
it's just toast bread.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if that counts for like English muffins and bagels too.
Right. Yeah.
But bread, yeah.
So while we're on the topic of cooking, you can actually substitute human blood for eggs.
Really?
Yep. 65 grams of blood can be placed or can be used in place of one regular egg.
Because of the flavor or the nutritional value.
I would say the nutritional value.
I think it would have to be something along the lines of flavor too if we're substituting.
Because, well, I mean, I don't taste iron when I taste eggs.
But it's also cooked. How many times have you had cooked blood?
You don't have to answer that.
Like
I
here,
plead the fifth.
here I made these chocolate chip cookies.
Don't look at me!
These chocolate chip blood cookies. What?
That's right.
Why are these cookies red? I don't know.
Whoa.
Don't
Eat
look
the
at my
cookie.
wrists.
1 cookie. 2 cookie.
All right, this one's funny. During the Florida water snake mating season, part of a park near Lake Hollingsworth was shut down for a snake orgy. Yeah, wrap your mind around that.
It was either occurring, and they're like, we got to clear out, or
Yeah.
they were going to schedule it because the
Could you
snakes
imagine scheduling that kind of event?
were demanding some time to themselves.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to close the park on Tuesday because we're going to have a snake orgy. You can sign up to watch, but you can't participate if you have limbs.
Yeah.
Yes, just one more reason why snakes are fucking terrifying.
What?
They're shutting down parks for snake orgies.
They got to hump somewhere, dude.
Yeah, I know, but we're shutting down
I
whole
just wonder what that
motherfucking
looks like,
establishments.
Like, people rent out, like, hotel venues and shit to have orgies.
Yeah, I guess.
So I'm wondering if did they clear it out because they didn't want to disrupt them, or was it dangerous to be within the vicinity?
I would
of
imagine,
an
like,
orgiastic.
I mean, could you
snake
imagine being
experience.
around, like, horny animals and shit like that? Like, they're going to hump you regardless. So, like, they're like, that's probably dangerous for me. So, like, I don't, if there's a group of horses that are all horny, chances are I'm not going to be around town.
Chances
Well,
are
yeah,
you're
but
getting
I think like a horse coming at you in the throes of love,
With
You
that-
seen that motherfucker's dicks?
Oh my god!
that seems way more.
This right here, homie.
That's
That's
like
way
a snake.
worse than a snake. If like a snake, it's like on the ground. You just kind of kick it over.
No. If
I mean-
it's a snake, you run.
He's a pussy.
I have a pet snake, so snakes don't bother me.
Attaboy.
Well,
Yeah.
There's one place I'll never
Right.
go.
Yeah, and he's not getting any. You
That's
know,
sadness ensues for that guy. I mean,
Alright.
I feel
Is his name Shorty?
his name is Billy Ray Cyrus.
Well, why is it Billy Ray Cyrus? Is it Billy Ray Cyrus or Billy Ray Cyrus?
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I never thought of it that way.
Well,
I
now you have.
just Cyrus. You know.
snake pun.
Yeah.
All right. Polka fact. Weird Al Yankovic wrote Albuquerque to be a joke, specifically to annoy people for 12 minutes. And it became one of his most popular songs.
I know every word to that song.
I don't know the song.
I fucking love
It's the one that it's like I hate sauerkraut. That one.
I've never heard it.
hate sauerkraut. That's what I was really trying to say here.
Yeah. I mean, I think that makes a lot of sense, and I think it's really funny when bands or musical artists they intentionally create a song to like
Annoy
make fun of
people.
people,
Yeah.
and they respond the opposite.
Yeah.
The Beastie Boys did that. Fight for your right to party.
Yeah.
They hate that song. They didn't want that to be their,
Call to arms, basically.
right. But yeah, they were like making fun of like party boys and like like those people are stupid. And then
Those
that
people
was
are stupid enough to be like, dude, this song's the best.
right. Yeah, and I'm like, I like that song, but I can see why they made it to make fun of people. You know what I'm saying? I love the Beastie Boys though.
Beastie Boys are another one of them bands I just never got into.
I enjoy some of their music.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like U2 and AC/DC to me.
Oh, you don't like those?
No.
I
feel
hate you too, but
I don't care for you two. I haven't listened enough of them to really have a clear, opinion, but
Sure.
it's not anything I'm going to delve into.
So if that was Weird Al's intention behind a long song, what was Avenged Sevenfold's intention behind an 8-minute song about necrophilia? Because that song is fucking magnificent.
Any song about necrophilia
it's
is okay
probably
in my
going to be a
book.
banger.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're doing. Yeah.
It's one of my favorite songs by them.
When
Yeah.
when they did that, I saw them play live a couple years ago, and a couple got on stage, and the guy proposed to his girlfriend, like right after they played that song.
Did he kill her
Nice.
afterwards?
Well, I think
Been
How
a lot cooler
romantic.
if he
I
did.
would hope so. I would hope so. That was kind of, I think, the implication there, but we never
Neat.
got to see what happened.
Hey, do you want to get married? No. Good.
You got any more? Because I only have a few left.
None worth mentioning.
Speak now or forever
And
hold
no
your
more
peace.
comic book, like ones off the top of your head?
That's coming up next.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
Sorry.
Pull, that's the pull list.
I came out of line.
That's all right. All right, Bearcat urine. Here we are at urine again.
Wait, we haven't. Never mind. I'm not going to say it.
Bearcat
We haven't talked about
urine.
shit yet.
Oh, it's coming. Don't
Oh,
worry.
God. Okay.
Bearcat urine smells like buttered popcorn. So maybe if we were gonna ingest a urine, it would be Bearcat urine.
See, it says smells like, not taste like.
Yeah, but buttered popcorn smells delicious.
Motherfucker, if I'm out in the woods and all of a sudden I smell buttered popcorn, there's two things I'm going to be scared of now. A, having a stroke, and B, Bearcats.
Do you ever think maybe that buttered popcorn smells like
Bearcat
Bearcat urine because that came first. It's not the other way around.
But did Bearcats come before popcorn?
Could you imagine somebody being out in the woods or whatever, like, man, that smells delicious.
Right.
What is that? We need to replicate that.
We need to find a way.
Scientists.
Yeah.
Of just a team coming together, like, we need to replicate this taste.
We know what that is, but we can make it taste good. You know? Not like that camel
We
urine
have
stuff.
the technology.
Yeah.
All right, so speaking of poop, and I'm surprised it's gotten this long and we haven't spoke about shit yet. Bookstores give people the urge to poop. It is called the Mariko Aoki phenomenon.
You know what? That sounds so accurate because every time I go to a bookstore, I have to shit.
See, I'm not in bookstores enough to know. I just have to shit all the time anyways.
I go to book. Well, not.
Look, comic book stores, that count?
No, I don't have to shit in comic book stores. But like every time I go to Barnes and Noble or Half Price Books or something like that, like I have to poop.
Do they?
And what's weird is I think I go there to poop. You know what I'm saying?
They have public restrooms in like a half-price books?
Yeah.
Huh.
Like when my ex-girlfriend would go to Ulta right there on Mall Road.
Sure.
She would. I would walk over to Barnes and Noble and use the bathroom, and then eventually she would show up there because she loved books, and so
and
we would
loved pooping.
Well, she didn't love pooping. She didn't poop when we went there. At least I don't think she did. She might have.
If you're blocked up,
Go
the
to a
doctor
bookstore.
recommends.
Maybe it's the smell of it that's like a laxative. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's so inherent that we poop and read at the same time that maybe we just do it.
There you
subconsciously.
That used to be their reading room, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
shit, you read, you know.
Way to connect the
conditioning.
dots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. All right. Nobody knew how eels reproduced until 2015.
And I still don't.
We've been trying to figure it out for years.
We sent motherfuckers to the moon in, the 60s. But it took us till 2015 to understand how eels
These motherfuckers are still trying to go to space, and we haven't explored our whole ocean yet. Like, we still don't even know our own damn planet. And they're like,
Right.
let's go off of it.
Think of all we can accomplish knowing what eel. Now we can close down the beaches when there's eel orgies
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
because we know how it happens.
I mean, aren't eels essentially water snakes?
I know there's
There's
sea
actual
snakes.
water snakes.
Yeah, but water moccasins, right?
Them too.
I mean, but like I think they're like deep sea snakes.
Ooh, fuck that. See? No, don't need to go deep sea.
There is no escape, Tyler.
Yeah, fuck a bunch of snakes. All right, my last what the fuck fact is Sonic the Hedgehog's full name is Ogilvy Maurice Hedgehog.
So Sonic is a nickname.
I guess so. Because some call him Maurice.
This is Ogilvy.
Ogilvy. I probably said it wrong, but I mean, that's all
I mean,
right.
with I guess that makes sense. You'd want a nickname, but I just can't
I mean,
imagine.
with a name like Ogilvy or whatever the fuck.
Ogilvy.
Yeah, or Maurice.
Yeah.
Because all I think of when I hear Maurice is that fucking Steve Miller Band song.
Oh,
Some
some
call
people
me
call
the-
me Maurice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only
Space Cowboy.
I think of Beauty and the Beast, Belle's dad.
Oh,
Maurice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy old Maurice.
All right. Well, we're going to take one more break,
All right.
and then we're going to come back to Shorty's pool.
Okay.
Yay.
This episode is brought to you by the Weather Channel app. Did you know the app can help you forecast more than just the weather? With allergy tracking and flu risk mapping. So you know when to stay inside and load up on podcast. As well as air quality and UV indexing. So you know when to get outside, load up on sunscreen, and podcast. Forecast more of what you love with the Weather Channel app.
And we're back, and it's that time for all you comic book nerds.
Yay.
It's Shorty's pool.
Actually, Tyler, because we're sitting here and I don't need to look it up, hand me the Mr. Miracle book because that's the one I'm going to be talking about. The black one.
All right,
Yeah.
here you go, buddy.
Boom. This right here. This is a fantastic piece of literature. This is written by Tom King, and the artwork is done by Mitch Gerards. This is a encapsulated story arc centered around one of the new gods, Mr. Miracle. He's actually wildly unpopular from what I can see. Like, not a lot of people know who he is.
I've never heard of him.
Yeah. So everybody knows Darkseid, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Barely.
So Darkseid is one of the new gods, but he's the new gods of Apocalypse. And so on the alternate, and he's the evil one. So on the alternate of that, you have Highfather, which is basically like Odin.
Okay.
if you want to think about it like that. So there's the two worlds, New Genesis and Apocalypse, and Darkseid resides on Apocalypse. So in order to stop a feud between them, Highfather gave up his son, and Darkseid gave up his son, and they traded to form some kind of like peace treaty or whatever. So Mr. Miracle is the son of Highfather and is kept on Apocalypse or whatever. And he spent all of his life growing up on this torturous planet, being tortured all his life. So, and he is known as the greatest escape artist in the universe. He can escape any trap because every day he would try to escape Apocalypse. He would get caught, go back to the beginning, and have to keep going back and forth. But this story here shows him basically struggling with depression or whatever and overcoming it and becoming a father with his wife, Big Barda, who's also a new god.
Big Barda, I know.
Yeah, I've talked about her several times with you. But this story is just self-centered around him and Big Barda and him dealing with just kind of like his trauma that he grown up with. He struggles a lot with depression because he's having hard times acclimating back into regular society. And because he's so used to the torture and stuff like that by somebody named Granny Goodness, who was the head torturer of Apocalypse.
Granny Goodness?
Yeah. Granny Goodness, yeah. It's wild, dude. But it goes on and it talks like the opening scene from a little bit of a spoiler for like the first like 5 pages of this book or whatever. He's being interviewed by a TV host and he's all smiles and happy talking about his greatest escapes and stuff like that or whatever. And it has a little side panel where has his inner monologue that he's not saying, and he's talking about like the hardships he's had to deal with. And one of the last pages of the opening scene was the one thing he could not escape was life, and it shows him in a bathtub bleeding out and Big Barda rescuing him. It's a very traumatic story. It's very good, very well written. Tom King is a wonderful writer, and Mitch Geralds is a beautiful illustrator. The whole thing is done in a classic comic book setup, the 9-panel spread, and it's super well done and goes through them becoming parents and learning to live for somebody other than himself and him struggling to be a parent. It's a beautiful story and him overcoming the trauma that he went through.
I've actually never heard of Mr. Miracle.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to borrow this book, Tyler, you're more than welcome to. It's
Definitely.
A wonderful read.
Why do you think it wasn't as popular as...
this book itself is popular.
But like the character isn't.
Because they don't give him enough credit. The New Gods are horribly underwhelmed. They don't, a lot of people just push them off to the side and kind of ignore them or whatever. Like Darkseid is obviously the most powerful one.
Right.
And they give him a lot of the credit for everything. So Darkseid is in the forefront of everybody's mind when they think of the New Gods from DC. But there is Mr. Miracle, Orion, Big Barda, Highfather, Aaron, I think his name is. But there's a lot of different New Gods or whatever, and there's always a war feuding kind of between them, but they're not allowed to attack each other's planet directly. But this story pretty much focuses on just Mr. Miracle and Big Barda's journey to becoming parents and overcoming the life of trauma they both shared. Because she was originally one of the female Furies, which is a group of women from Apocalypse. And she was a warrior who wasn't tortured, but she caught Mr. Miracle, and Mr. Miracle basically begged her and pleaded to like get out of there, and she showed a little bit of mercy and let him go.
Now Barda is like Granny Goodness's main rival, right?
No, not main rival, but main apprentice.
Main apprentice, okay.
Yeah.
Because I knew there was a connection between the two.
When Big Barda left Apocalypse or whatever, her and Granny Goodness got into it. You know what I'm saying? But she was part of like Granny Goodness had a team of women who were just like the worst of the worst. You know what I'm saying? Or like the best of the best on Apocalypse. And I can't remember the whole team because I haven't read a whole lot about them. Because there's not a whole lot of publication about them. You know what I mean? So
it didn't catch on like other characters.
Exactly right.
Stories.
So unless you read the original New God story arc by, oh God, who did it? I can't remember the writer. The artist was Jack the King Kirby, which is...
Oh, I've heard of Jack Kirby.
He is a huge name in the comic book industry, but he created the New Gods, and he actually co-created Mr. Miracle. So, I mean, he did wonderful things for the community of comic books, you know, it's, King Kirby did. So, like, that was a big thing. But this is a fantastic book. I highly recommend it. It's out in graphic novel form. I own the graphic novel and the comic books. I've had Tom King and Mitch Jarrett sign them both.
Oh, shit.
And every time something Tom King comes out, I instantly go to it because I love his writing.
Nice.
Has not disappointed yet.
Not yet.
Fantastic.
Now there's like one issue.
Something like better than...
One issue out of, let's see, he wrote 85 Batman titles, like issues or whatever,
Sure.
and I think maybe 3 of them I didn't think were great.
But that's a great track record.
That is a great track record.
Yeah, it's a hell of a ratio.
Yeah. And I mean, he's written for Marvel, DC, and Dark Horse, and a couple other people. So I mean, it's fantastic, and all of his stuff is like deep character studies and stuff like that. And cool fact about Tom King, he actually used to be a U.S. Marine, and he worked as like a spy.
Really?
Yeah.
In North Korea?
Nah, I don't know. He doesn't go into his military history. But he would always, like, he was in an interview one time that I watched, and he was talking about how, like, nobody expects the comic book guy because he get on a plane with a backpack full of comic books and a notebook to write down ideas on a laptop. Nice. You're like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm writing a comic book. And people are like, yeah, it's definitely not that guy.
Definitely not him.
Well, we haven't made it to Korea yet.
So.
But we're just going to throw this out there. Korea, if you somehow stumble upon this episode, we're not spies. We're just a bunch of idiots sitting in a room, okay? Don't call 113 on us.
We're harmless.
Yeah, but that's all I got for this, man.
That was good. I liked it.
It's a wonderful
I'm gonna check
story.
it out.
Go for it.
Maybe we'll put the cover on the gram.
Sweet.
Let people see it.
Excellent.
All 3 of the followers. But, Chad, it was awesome having you here today, man.
I had a blast.
Good. I'm glad. It's good meeting you.
Yeah, it's great finally meeting you.
Yeah.
You know, man, I've listened to all the episodes and put a name to or a face to the name and the voice and everything like that. It's just
Sweet.
It's really far out, guys.
We would love to have you back.
Yeah, you just let me know when.
And
you got it.
You are today's honorary outer idiot of the day.
Yeah.
Chad Duncan. It speaks for itself. He was here. He was great. Made my job easy.
Yep.
Y'all made tonight extremely enjoyable.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, I had a great time.
I think that's it.
That's it.
So in the meantime,
In between's time.
remember, the worst part about clipping your nails is trying to pick your nose afterwards. Cue the music. We out.